So we're going to crank this and drive it out of here today. I just put water and antifreeze in the radiator. I'm going to put the rest of the bolts in the exhaust manifolds. I'm going to wire the battery and the starter and the distributor. I'm going to run the gas line from the fuel pump to the gas tank. I've actually got the gas line run up to right over there somewhere, so I just got to run it across the body and up to there. And I got to put grease in the transmission. Yeah. So we get all that done. We'll fold the floors down and jump in her and crank her up and see how far we can get. Well, I say that. We'll actually crank her up and run her for a while and let her kind of break in, and then we'll start thinking about, we might take her spin around the property a little bit, and then we'll start thinking about exhaust pipes. Oh, the joy. To get the distributor off, you push each one of these down and turn it like that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, you should be able to lift this off. I want to see up inside of here where my wires go from my tack and my ignition. In order to do that, if I could turn this upside down, I could actually see up in there, and that's what I'm doing this for. That way I can tell which one, and whether or not I get this connected well. Now I'll flip this back over. So the battery one is the one that's closest to me, and the tack is on the other side. Now they make a little clip that goes on here for that. I don't have it. You know, if I had a standard Chevy, I'd probably have that little clip, but I don't. So what I'm going to do is just try to, you know, this is just a wire that I'm going to run up to my tack here. I just want to make sure that I've got it on there pretty well. That ain't working so hot. This is the one that should be on there, but it doesn't quite reach. That's a bigger plug. Maybe I need a bigger plug. Let me see what I can find. Oh yeah, I could feel that go on there good and snug. So, I'll take care of the tack. I've got another one here that's orange, I think. So we'll put that orange one on here. That should take care of the hot side. Oh, that went on there real good. I can tell that's sturdy. Now I'm just going to flip this right over like it was. So I want to double check because I want the battery to be the... No, I got it backwards. There you go. Backwards. Yeah, I got it right backwards. Okay, changing that. This big orange wire will go on the side that I'm on. This blue wire, I'll go right here. I still don't know if I can see that. I think almost any way I go about this, my big old fat hands are blocking the view. I'll try this here. There. Now I got the blue wire on the side that's farthest from me. And I got the orange wire right there on the one that's closest. When I flip that over, you can see there that the battery wire is here and the tack wire is there. And there's a notch in that cap. You probably just saw it like when it clamped down on there. And I always look all the way around the edges to make sure that I had pinched a wire. Now, when I took these off, I turned each wire counterclockwise, so I should be able to push each one down turn it a 1/4 ton clockwise. And I can actually see it on the bottom of this one. I don't know if you can or not. Same thing, I'm gonna go down and a 1/4 turn. Over here I do the same thing. Go down and a 1/4 turn. And down and a 1/4 turn. Oops, there goes my timing. See, when I turned that, I changed my timing. I didn't mean to, but this isn't very tight here, so maybe that's something else I should go ahead and do, and is tighten that up. Might have to play with that a little bit to get her to run. On this thing, you want it to be tight enough where you can turn it, but not so much that it's loose and it will turn loosely like that one just did. Okay, now this is the tachometer wire here. Now this wire was running to the carburetor choke. I'm guessing it probably hooked into this over here. In fact, it may be that both of these hooked into this little resistor. Yeah, I think at one time this resistor did something. A little bit about how when I built this car, I built it so everything was pretty accessible, and I forgot that this vent thing here lifts right off if you unscrew the wing nuts, and what that does is gives me an opportunity to see all of the wiring down in here, which is pretty cool, because I was just thinking about crawling in there and looking up under the dash, and I thought, wait a minute, I got all this. There it is right there. I should be able to shine my little light right over in there and see everything. Now right at the moment I am draining grease into the transmission. I put a jug of this stuff in there. Oh, that's empty. Okay, I can stop that then. So basically I put nearly 2 jugs of transmission grease in it, and it hasn't filled it yet, so I'll pour the rest of what I've got in this little drainer here. This was inspired by Rusty Acres' Newton gas pump. Newton? Yeah, Newton. Like Sir Edward Newton. So let me refill that baby, and we'll pour some more down in there. And while that's draining in there, I'll go back to sorting out my wiring. Now let me see here. I believe this is my starter button right here, and there's a white wire that runs off of that. It's kind of loose, but I guess it won't hurt. It runs out here, and I believe it runs to this wire right down here, because I've got a wire down here that I've been looking at, and I've been thinking that looks like it could be the starter button wire, and I see one that goes somewhere down in there. By the way, I tried my headlights and my turn signals, and they're all working. That was making me happy to see that happen. Sometimes just the littlest thing can fill a hot rod boy's heart with joy.